Whether you are a beginner trader or you're an experienced trader, picking the right broker can often be tricky and expensive. But fear not, because today we're going to be comparing two of the best brokers out there to decide which one takes the cake. None of this is financial advice, but let's dive in to this video. So today we're going to be comparing Invidia Trade with interactive brokers. Now on the surface level, a lot of people are going to go towards interactive brokers, but I'm here to basically tell you today that there's often a better route here when it comes to starting or continuing your trading journey. To begin with, let's compare the accounts for both of these brokers. So if we go over to Invidia Trade's accounts, we can see that you've got leverage up to 500x, typical spreads from 0.8 pips, which is incredibly low. And from my experience using these two brokers, this definitely is more of an average. I've seen way lower spreads on this site, which is fantastic. And of course, you get access to over 200 pairs, basically with every different membership here. Now, comparing this to interactive brokers, which is definitely more suited towards institutions, as a trader, someone that is newer to trading or someone that is a little bit more experienced, this can be quite a confusing system that they've set up here, because they are talking about margin and spreads and stuff like this, but they're not really showing you on the surface what you get. And there is a reason for this. The reason for that is because this is definitely set up for businesses rather than individuals. Even if we do select the non-pro advisor account here, we can see that it doesn't really give us much information, which does hint that yes, there will be slightly higher fees because they're more interested in big clients such as hedge funds and people on Wall Street. So on a surface level, it can often be a lot harder to get set up on a broker like this, and you're probably going to need to provide a lot more verification on the KYC side. When it comes to Invidia Trade, though, basically you just submit your passport as you would do with any broker, and you get set up within a few hours with super quick and easy deposits. And as well as that, they do have super fast withdrawals as well. If you're going with something like interactive brokers, which is a lot closer to a bank than someone that's looking for retail traders, this can be a nightmare depositing money, even creating an account, or even withdrawing your money, taking up to 5 days in some cases. But in my experience using both of these brokers with businesses and with my personal accounts, I would definitely say Invidia Trade is just far easier to use. Guys, if you're looking to grow your social media, you should definitely be using SMM Go, the sponsor of this video. These guys provide real views, real services, and they have a fantastic support system as well. And to be honest, guys, every YouTuber that gets big starts out using an SMM service, and this is how you can turn your social media into an absolute rocket ship. So don't just take my word for it. Head to smmgo.io today and change your socials for the better with real likes, real views, and real growth across the board. Check it out in the description, and let's get back to the video. Now, when it comes to the platforms you can use with these brokers, we can see that Interactive Brokers does have a bunch of platforms available, but they're missing some key points here. As you can see, you don't actually have access to things like MetaTrader or TradingView, whereas if we do go over to Invidia Trade here, the first things we have are TradingView, MetaTrader Cloud, Cloud Vision X, and Cloud Trader View, which is all you need to trade and do your technical analysis. But we should probably talk about speed as well here, because Invidia Trade are a newer broker compared to interactive brokers, and I will just say interactive brokers will give better speeds, but only if you are a business. So only if you have a hedge fund or you have a big trading company, yes, they will reserve those higher speeds for you so you can get that edge on the market. But when it does come to actually just being an individual retail trader like me and you, Invidia Trade is actually a lot better on that front, because they actually have modern technology, because they're a newer company, allowing for faster speeds in congested times. So when market opens, you don't have to worry about that slippage and getting your entry in way past the entry point that you entered. So when market opens, you don't have to worry about actually getting tons of slippage on your trades. You actually just get in, the execution time is incredibly fast, and you get the entry point that you want. And of course, when it comes to assets you can trade, Invidia Trade do provide cryptos. But if we head over to Interactive Brokers, we can see they don't actually offer crypto. So instead of having to go to an exchange like Bybit or Binance, you can basically just manage your whole portfolio from Invidia Trade that does allow you to access crypto, stocks, indices, and much more. In fact, they have over 200 different assets that you can trade with and manage all of your portfolio from one place. Now, signing up is super easy. Just click the link in the description and we can see here it's asking us if we're an individual or corporate. We select individual and then it's just going to ask us for a bunch of details here to create our account. From that point, we submit our KYC and then our account is good to go. We can instantly deposit, instantly trade, and instantly withdraw. If we were to do that on Interactive Brokers, it would be a much more lengthy process and they don't really cater to the individual. So when we're comparing these two brokers today, whether you're a beginner or an advanced trader, I would definitely say that Invidia Trade does take the win here. That's going to be it from me. Have a fantastic day. Check out Invidia Trade in the description and I will see you in the next video.